The noobs here. I want to talk about some of the 13F filings I found today while I was working to share with you guys, because this is absolutely crazy. If you want to know, if you don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, then you need to get your brain examined. In fact, call your brain doctor today and have them medicate you, probably because you're going to be depressed from not owning Bitcoin. But some 13F filings just came out today. There are two Canadian banks that bought Bitcoin. One of them, Scotia Bank. They put $500,000 into Fidelity, $500,000 into Grayscale, and $500,000 into IBIT. $1.5 million. And then TD Bank, which is Canada's second largest bank, put $121,000 into IBIT. Now, I don't know about you, but if they're buying up these ETFs, there's no place to go for Bitcoin but up, right? JP Morgan filed the 13F. They got $760,000 in Bitcoin. Now remember, that's Jamie Dimon who says, "Oh, we don't like Bitcoin, it's going to zero." He's such a schmuck. I've trash talked him for years because his kid is accumulating Bitcoin. Meanwhile, he's going, "Oh, Bitcoin is garbage, it's going to zero, play money." I got something to say to you, but I won't say it here. Wells Fargo's got 2,250 Grayscale Trust shares, which isn't that much, but you know what? They're dipping their feet in the water, and if these places are dipping their feet in the water, generally speaking, that means they're really thinking about it, they're reading about it, they're talking to their buddies, and they're starting to make some investments. Pine Ridge Advisors, they're a RIA, which is what does that mean? A registered investment advisor, whatever. In New York, they picked up $200 million in BlackRock and Bitwise shares, the ETF shares today. Not bad, right? We're moving in the right direction. And then I also wrote something down here. A Boston hedge fund, they bought $363 million of ETF shares. I just can't believe how amazing this is. And then Bracebridge Capital, they just filed their 13F. I read this today, $262 million. They have money in ARK. They have $81 million in IBIT. They have $20 million in Grayscale. Is this starting to look like a green Christmas for you guys? If it's not, like I said, go to your brain doctor. And then there's Boothbay Fund Management. I just wrote this down. They put $377 million. They filed it in their 13F in BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, and Grace and GBTC. The sky's blue. It's sunny today. You guys and girls, if you're not buying Black or Bitcoin right now, listen, if you can't afford Bitcoin, you're like, I want to buy Bitcoin, then go and look at these ETFs. Buy the Grayscale, or not Grayscale, but the BlackRock's IBIT. I got in about $22 back a few months ago when the ETFs were approved. I told all my listeners, listen, buy the Bitcoin ETF, the IBIT ETF, and I've doubled my money in like 3 months. That ETF is going to go to $500. It's sitting around $40 right now. So if you want to make some money, you can't afford to get into Bitcoin. I'm not a fan of allowing institutions to control my money, but when the option trading is approved, for every 100 shares of the IBIT you own, you can write covered calls on it every month to make yourself a monthly income on it. So I've got several thousand of the IBIT shares. I highly recommend it. If you know anything about options trading, if you've been in the stock market, then you need to get into IBIT or one of the, even ARK or whatever, it doesn't matter. And for every 100 shares you own, you can actually write covered calls, make a little bit of income on them. Now, I wouldn't do it anytime in the next year, but at least down the road you're going to be able to do that. Crypto noobs, lunchtime over. Get back to work.